What's going on here, guys? Redbeard here from the Warrior Tribe. Thought I'd take an opportunity to get outside. It's starting to go really squirrely indoors. The weather's been sort of just gray and wet, not very nice. And I found myself getting a little irritable with my girls at home. So I decided let's pack up some stuff like I said I was going to do. A lot of, the quitter in you wants to say it's yucky weather, don't bother going out. It's not going to be fun. But the problem is with that is sometimes you got to do this stuff in the bad weather. You don't always get sunshine and rainbows. So anyway, so I grabbed up some of my gear. Got my 511 Rush 12 here, geared up a little bit, and I'm going to build up a little tripod to hang my cast iron Dutch oven, and I'm going to try a little outdoor cooking, and we're going to make some chicken curry. So yeah, it's going to work out, and I'll take it home to the wife. She'll be happy because I was out getting my mental recharge out in the wilderness and getting dinner cooked at the same time. Two birds, one stone, guys. That's how you do it. Anyways, stay tuned, and we'll do this along the way. And we'll put it all together. Thanks, guys. Well, didn't take me long. I just found a few pieces of dead wood and strung them together. Made a very basic tripod setup to hang the Dutch oven from. So just give you a little show here. This is it here. Okay, so again, nothing fancy. Just a simple lashing around the 3 points. You can use 4 if you find that to be more helpful, and you can certainly use lots more cordage if you need to make it really secure. I just started a little base of wood here to get my fire going on the ground. Everything is very wet. It's a very foggy day, as you can see, and so should be all right. We'll get a fire going eventually. And once I get the fire going, I'll hang the pot, and I'll start putting together the curry. So hang on, let's do it. All right, guys. So what we've got going here? We got the tripod set up now. And our fire is starting to go, so we'll get some good hot cooking coals going here. And so whenever you're making something, as a chef, they teach you to have what's called your mise en place. It's French for everything in its place, right? So everything you want to have ready to go. Makes things a lot less stressful. You don't have to look for things. You have everything set out somewhat in the order that you're going to use it. And so kind of explain what I got going on here today. I'm making a very traditional Indian coconut curry. It'll be served with some lentils. So we have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs with lots of fat, which is good. We want that to help saute everything in the pan. We don't want to have to carry out oil when we cook if we can avoid it. A little cutting board I brought, just to make things a little easier. We don't always have that in the in the woods, but I have the luxury too, so I did. I got a red pepper. I have some coconut puree, some homemade curry powder, some different aromatics. We got garlic, some fresh ginger, and chili flakes. A couple of strange ingredients to some people who are used to eating curry. I got a couple bananas. I put bananas in my curry. I really like the flavor and the texture that it brings. Big onion, some very concentrated chicken stock, some carrots, and some red lentils. So that will be the basis of the chicken curry. Not a ton of ingredients, but enough here to feed at least 6 hungry men, which is cool. And it doesn't take up a lot of room, and there's literally only about $20 worth of food here. So that's pretty good. So we're going to be using the Dutch oven. I'm going to hang that from the tripod and see if we can't get a nice simmer going. We'll caramelize the chicken a bit with the onion, and then start adding other ingredients as well. All right, stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, for the first step, the hardest step is done. We got the chicken all diced up and into the pot, and we have heat in the pot, which is great. So we got some nice fire going underneath. And what I've done, I don't know why I keep speaking in third person. I'm just one person, and I'm mentally okay, don't worry. What I've done here is I add a little bit of water to the pot. Just a bit, not a lot, enough that it will sort of steam out the fat from the chicken, and then the water will evaporate, and that'll leave the nice oil in there for everything to sort of saute. If you try to just do everything dry, you could end up with a lot of sticking, and that can be undesirable, especially when it comes to cleanup time. So we're gonna slap the lid on this big boy and let it stew for a bit, get some of these fats out, and I will carry on dicing up the vegetables and getting the other parts ready. Smelling good out here in the woods on a foggy day. All right, here we go. So we've been cooking down here for a while now. Got the chicken kind of sweat down, got the fat off of it, and the onions all cooked down, and we've just added in our aromatics, so our ginger, garlic, chilies, and our curry powder. So we'll stir this all up, and we'll keep adding some new more ingredients. So we've added in our red peppers, and we'll just give that a little mix. Hard to do this with one hand without the pot going all crazy, but you get the idea. Stir, stir, stir. So I've added in the concentrated chicken stock, and I'm just going to add some fresh water, and just sort of enough to cover. All right, so I've gone ahead and added in the bananas, and for those of you who eat curry, you may not think bananas are really something that normally go in curry, and the reason I do, as a chef, I like to balance my flavor profile. Well, it's hard to camera and steam. Anyways, curry is a very strong, spiced dish for those who don't know, and it's a very big flavor. It also, when I make it, tends to have a nice amount of heat to it. Everything's sort of very savory, salty, spicy, and hot. And so the bananas, being nice and sweet and tropical, sort of go very well with that. And by the end of this cooking process, it does not taste like bananas. You would never know if I didn't tell you that it had bananas in it. But it lends a nice sweetness to the dish, and helps you get your potassium. How do you like my spoon? That's nice, eh? Piece of fat wood. Compliments of Kempo hand. Thanks, buddy. All right, next thing I've done, guys, is added in just some carrots, rough chop. And what that's going to do, similar to the banana, is going to add some sweetness, but also when they break down, carrots make a nice texture. I'm going to make that stew nice and thick and rich without having to add, flour, cornstarch, things that are not easy to work with in the outdoors, and a lot of people don't want to eat. So yeah, we use our vegetables to thicken. As you can see, this is getting nice and stewy. It's got some time to go still, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so that's the curry pretty much done. I've knocked the fire down a bit lower and put the lid on, so it will just sort of stew, and everything will break down a little bit more. The chicken pieces tend to fall apart into like a shredded chicken somewhat, and the carrots get nice and soft. Some of them break apart and get nice and thick, and the bananas disappear. The peppers pretty much disappear, and you basically are left with a thick stewed meat in a very savory sauce, and it's often served with rice or lentils. I've got some lentils out here. I was planning on throwing them in the pot, but I've decided I like the way it's tasting right now, and I'm gonna probably just leave it the way it is and eat it just like that. So anyways, guys, I'm really glad that I did this today. It was a yucky day, and I was in a yucky mood. And even though it was wet and damp and rainy out here, we made it work. I made it work, just me. I don't know why I keep saying we. And yeah, it turned out pretty good. So I've got just a little steel cable here with a couple just cheaper carabiners suspended from the tripod holding up the cast iron pot. So this is pretty cool. It's nice to work outdoors when it's not horribly cold and windy. Having to do this on a windy day or a rainy day, even a really cold day, is a whole lot less enjoyable. I'm actually really hot right now standing around this fire. It's about 10 degrees out right now, which is about 50 for the American guys. So it's not necessarily a cold day for January in Canada. So anyways, gonna let my stew, and I'm gonna just sort of tidy up my my kitchen and see where we go. Well, tribe, I hope you found this video, if not educational, at least somewhat entertaining. for those of you who are new to bushcraft, you know, I hope you found the setup to be, you know, something that you could maybe try doing yourself. And for those of you who maybe are new to cooking, maybe maybe the recipe something your wife might appreciate or your husband might appreciate. But anyways, thanks guys for watching this through to the end. If you in fact did, I appreciate that. It was awesome to get outside. I already feel a million times better than I did a couple hours ago when I left. So I got my camp kind of packed up here, things cleaned up. I'll let this stew for probably another half an hour, and I'll sit here and enjoy it. And then I'll take it home to the wife, I think. I was going to maybe eat this with Kempo hand, but he had some other plans today, so it would have been nice to have a camera buddy, Scott. And it also would have been nice if I had my tripod that I'm waiting on. It's in the mail. So, but I would have done a little bit more video of me doing some of the prep work, but it's hard to do that and hold the camera. So anyways, guys, it's Redbeard. I hope you guys like this. Take care and get outside. Go play.